A lot of us have been looking for a replacement for the Concertone FR-M1 outdoor speaker. Several of us have these guys on the outside of our RVs, and they go bad after so many years. This right here is what I'm going to attempt to replace mine with. This is a Pyle PLMRX67. Pyle Hydra, turn 50 watts. This, I'm hoping I can make fit. The frequency response on these guys is 65 hertz to 20 kHz, so that should be pretty good. This speaker right here is, with the outer housing, is larger than the Concertones. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'll lay this out, the plan of attack, and then we'll see if I can pull it off. I have made a template that should be the right size. And the template is, the diameter here is 6 3/8 inches. The diameter for the center hole, I believe, is 0.85. So what I'm going to do is make a pencil mark around this. I'm going to use my scroll saw. There's other saws that would do the job, but I'm going to use my scroll saw. Cut the excess plastic off. Then I have a plan for a template for the holes from the Concertones as well. I may just draw them, trace it onto this thing. But I'm going to cut the excess plastic off, see if it fits in the old Concertone housings. I do want to keep those because they are angled down a little bit. This comes with its own grill. I could have used that, but I'm trying to get the downward angle to be preserved. And we'll see how this goes. So I'm going to spare you some of the boring junk. Like, you don't need to see my ancient scroll saw, but I'll give you the important stuff along the way. We'll see if this works, and then we'll see how they sound. All right, catch you. Okay, some of the folks in our live studio audience wanted to see the ancient scroll saw. This is it. Look at this guy right there. Craftsman. And where's it from? Sears, Roebuck and Company. What happened to Roebuck? Wasn't he doing a good enough job? They just got rid of him? Nothing was ever said. Anyway, we'll be back. Okay, we're down here at the RV. You can see I've made my cuts. The scroll saw worked very nicely. Here, by the way, is the Concertones that I am replacing. The housing has 4 screws in it that remove it from the wall. Then once you get that out there, there's 4 screws inside here that remove the speaker from the housing. So this is what happened to mine. That's not sounding so good these days. Here's the front of the housing. There's one up there, so you know what I'm talking about. When I took mine off, I had about a 4-inch hole there, wire coming out, pretty standard hookup. Now, right here, I have made my template for the screw holes to hold the speaker into the housing. This is what I did. I took this guy here, I stuck it on here. Let's see, I'm not getting that to go on so well right now, but let's pretend it did. And turn it over, got it fairly centered, and then I took a pencil and made marks on my template here. So I have 4 pencil marks right there. I'm going to put this on the new speaker, and I'm going to drill some holes down there and see if I can get this guy to be attached into the housing there. All right, so after I drill a few holes, I'll be back with you. All right, the drilling went okay. The only downside is the holes come really close to that basket right there. So you got to make sure you're not off by a hair, because that might screw the thing up. I did go through that surround, but that's plastic underneath it. I didn't go through this part right there, which is the part that moves. There is one speaker installed into the housing. I did put some thread locker on the screws to try to keep it from coming loose going down the road. I'm also going to put some dielectric grease on these guys, and once I make the connections over that, try to prevent corrosion. If I could only find out what I did with my tube of dielectric grease. So let's see, I guess we'll come back when I get these all installed, and maybe we'll see if they actually work. All right, installation is finished, and they do sound a lot better than what I had up there. The only additional thing I had to do was enlarge the hole in the outside wall of the trailer. But that was not a bad task, because this right here is packing materials for the speakers, and it's a template. So put that up there, trace it, cut it. Everything worked out just fine. My music is awesome. Good luck to you.